Friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so awesome to have you here on this cold winter's day. It has been, as you saw in the intro, snowing and in the 20s here in Western North Carolina, but that did not stop us from going to the bins. As you guys know, I had set one of my goals to make sure that I go to the bins at least once a week. So I got that accomplished for the past week, and there weren't a ton of like amazing, huge bolo items to be found on this day, but I did find some great bread and butter pieces, and given the amount of money I spent versus the amount of money that I think I can make, I think I did a pretty good job. I also tried to focus on things that I think are going to move a little bit quicker. If it's going to be a lower price point, then I'd rather it at least move out of my shop quickly. So I think we accomplished that today. I'll pop up right here as I normally do because future Heather has to do all this, to let you know how much I spent this bins trip total. There were several things that we ended up bringing home for ourselves. I think Brent got 3 bandanas, a couple pairs of pants, and a shirt. I got a couple things along with this fun, cozy little poncho that's been keeping me warm in these cold days. And I got a couple of other things that I'll show you. And when we get to the end, I'll share with you how much money I think I'll make total on this haul, or I'm hoping to make based on current eBay comps. And also you will see down below the price based on eBay comps that I hope to get for each item. Let's get right into it. I originally got these to resell, but I had to keep them for myself. They are just a really pretty placemat. It's a set of 4, but the other 2 are already on my table. We have a lift top table. As you guys know, we don't have a dining room because I use it for my storage. But we have a lift top table in the living room that we typically eat our meals at. And I thought these would look so pretty on it. Lots of really lovely color. And hopefully you could see here, they are quite thick. So I like those. There are a set of 4. Next up, I am always on the lookout for linens and napkins. Those categories perform really well for me for resale. But when I can't find full sets of 4, 6, or 8, I do sometimes pick them up for my own household because we pretty much only use cloth napkins in our house. And I have a lot of gray, and I thought that these would be a pretty addition to my napkins. They are like a herring, like a chevron print, and I love the tassel detail with the gray and the white tassels. And as I said, there are just 2 of them. These are just a couple of kitchen hand towels, and we would use these in the kitchen as well as in the bathroom a lot of times for holiday. So we're trying to thrift more holiday stuff to switch up our holiday decor because it's a very silver blue theme and we want a more colorful theme. So as we're going to be looking throughout the year and thrifting, we're going to pick up things and just add them to our Christmas tote bin. And we thought that that's going to be fun because when we open up our Christmas tote to decorate next year, then we may get all sorts of surprises and not remember the things that we thrifted, which would make it fun to decorate. Now, having said that, it's really easy to put them in the Christmas tote right now because I still have my Christmas stuff up. Let me know in the comments whether you're having a hard time taking down your Christmas items this year. I don't know if it's because it's super cold or what, but we're digging the glow and we don't want to let it go. This is a cute one. It just says, pick your own Christmas trees, with a cute tree motif. And this one in a more creamy color says Noel with a wreath. And I did get myself 2 other things. These are just a fun pair of socks. We tend to pick up socks a lot at the bins. I know some people may not like that, but they are easily washable. You can soak them. You can make sure that they are clean. We just find a lot of like Bombas, nicer quality socks, and also a lot of wool socks. So we do pick those up for ourselves a lot of times in the bin. And then this is just Croft and Borrow. But I love all things black. And it's just a black button front long sleeve cardigan, and I'm always looking for just a little cardigan to throw on when it gets cooler for winter and fall, and I figured black will go with everything, even more black. So I think that covers everything that we picked out for ourselves. There was like an electric fan. Brent got some pan for the grill and some little metal bowls for, he picks up a lot of metal things for the glass blowing studio. So I think that is all that we got for ourselves. So everything else back here is for the business. Just working off the top of the rack today. The bottom of the rack are things that I need to put away because I'm doing a whole overhaul of my inventory, getting rid of things, reorganizing, which you'll definitely be seeing in the future. So if that's something you're interested in, think about hitting that subscribe button. As I said, I always do pretty well with linens, and even though this is out of season, I still picked it up. They are pumpkins, cute pumpkin, like a jacquard, woven jacquard, in a mustardy yellow tone. I don't know the time period, but this does say Kmart up here, but it has the washing labels. So I'm thinking maybe it's like 2000s, mid 2000s, but it is a set of 4, and I thought that the motif was adorable. You guys know I love to pick up curtains in the bins. I have a really a lot of luck selling curtains, especially on eBay, but I've also sold them on Mercari. Not sure I've sold them on Poshmark, but then again, I'm not sure I've sold anything on Poshmark recently. This tag is super duper worn, so I'm guessing these are vintage. Sheer cafe curtain panel with a really pretty yellow and green print. And I love the delicate cutout at the bottom with the matching border print. Now this is fun because I found one, and I was at one bin and Brent was at the other bin, and I found one and I was like, oh, he had just searched the bin I was in. I go, oh, if only I could find at least one more. I need a pair to sell them. And then I digged through the bin, and then I found another one. And then Brent's like, Heather. I go, what? And he holds it up. He's like, I found another one. I said, well, we need at least 4. And then like 2 seconds later, he's like, got it. And he was just giggling. He's like, I went through that whole bin. I didn't see any curtains. You found the curtains. And then as soon as you showed them to me, the other bin he was in had the matching set. So it's just so funny, like the scavenger hunt aspect of being at the bin. I did pick up some more holiday kind of winter motif, and they are placemats, and I could not freaking resist. I'm doing really well with farmhouse cottagecore things, and this is just too stinking adorable. Snowy winter, there's wreaths, so I guess it can read Christmas. It may also read winter, and yeah, cows. And it looks like this pattern is pretty popular when I searched it online. And I have a set of 6 of them. And then here's some more holiday-esque. It could also be everyday. They are really lovely woven placemat. Green with the metallic silver plaid. They are a cotton with a little bit of stretch in them, and they are made in India. And I have a set of 5 of them, which I may sell as a set of 5, or when I dig through them a little bit closer, if any one doesn't look as nice as the other ones, I may pull it out, redonate it, and just sell it as a set of 4. Normally I try to sell everything has a matching number, an even number, but I did have a pair of vintage placemats as a set of 5, and I had no problem selling them. And I wonder if sometimes people just want an extra one in case, you know, something happens. I don't know. Let me know if you have an insight into that. And then last in the home section category of things, I did pick up some random fabrics. I tend to pick up fabric yardage at the bins because I do have success selling it. But if this is something you want to get into, do know that this is a long tail item. So you will be holding on to these fabric swatches for a little while. but you can sell them across all the platforms. I tend to sell them best on eBay, and I am just now starting to dabble with selling them on Etsy since they go in supplies and there's a lot of sewers and stuff on Etsy. This is just a very traditional looking, love the regal blue with the little gold flowers. And this is like an upholstery fabric, very nice woven material. There's no identification on that one. And I'll just say that. I'm not real sure. This is a very heavyweight fabric. I believe it's an upholstery fabric. I just let people know what I think and always tell them that they can ask questions. These little print fabrics tend to have some information on them. I know this one did. It's like next to impossible to read. I'll put it up on the screen here I had to stick a flashlight on it to read it. And then this one is definitely easy to read, and it's giving me that 90s floral traditional, which I would say now is pretty much cottagecore. Also traditional, like I said. So I love to pick up anything that's very 90s like that. Brent and I always joke that if our moms were interested in it when we were kids, then we should probably pick it up. And you can see it has the details right there on the fabric, so it's easy to use that to search prices or to, you know, put in your title. Now, I don't have exact prices for these. Usually most of my fabrics like this will get like 15, 20 bucks, and upholstery fabric will get more. I have not done the measurements on these to know whether they're a full yard or more than that, so I need to have that information before I can price. Okay, so I've gotten rid of, and you'll see this in my inventory, upcoming inventory videos, I've gotten rid of a lot of scarves. I've said on a lot of recent videos that scarves and jewelry are just not moving for me like they used to, and that kind of makes sense because I'm not really wearing scarves anymore either. I'm not really wearing costume jewelry. More fine jewelry is trending. So I tend to be picking them up a lot less, especially when I'm in the bins. But when I find something that's like super soft and cozy that I can use those tags on, or that's just especially beautiful, I will go ahead and pick it up. And I absolutely love this. It is big. It is super duper cozy. You can see it is a woven since there's a pattern on the other side. It is just acrylic, but it is super, super soft. But I have no idea what the brand is. It just says IN. So if you guys know what this brand is, go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I'd love to put a brand on it or at least research the brand a little bit. But to me, it's just so pretty. It is a vintage brand, Fanini. They are in a size medium. This is very worn, so it's hard to read what the fabric content is, but I just thought that those were pretty, and I really like the texture. And they can also be tagged for goth or whimsy goth, but they're also just like super classic pattern. This is Bon Worth, which if you know Alfred Dunner and those, then you probably know Bon Worth. It is 100%, or no, it's 60 cotton, 40 poly, and it is a size large. Collared sweatshirt. I notice a lot of people are calling these sweaters now. Do you tag this both sweatshirt and sweater? I've tend to notice that lately, that people are calling them sweaters now, but I think of it as a sweatshirt. And I love the embroidery, flower embroidery all across the chest, and then also on the collar. How stinking cute is that? I originally picked these out for me, but they are just a touch too tight, which I'm super disappointed by, because I could go for some black jeans. But these have a decent resale value as well. It is Abercrombie, and they are the 90 straight ultra high rise. Since they're a straight leg, I figured they'd be worth trying to resell. And I'm also not really picking up skinnies for myself because I got enough skinnies. I know they're not cool or whatever, but some days you just want a skinny. These are a 34-18, and they are in the curve. And they are just a black, like it said, super high-waisted straight leg jean. And they are in like new condition. They are in fabulous, fabulous condition. This one I picked up just based on the content, fabric content, but it doesn't really seem to have a ton of resale value. I think it's worth about $30 new. Pico, and it says it is a green earth fashion, which is why I thought it would be worth the pickup. It's an oversized, lightweight tee, and it looks big, like it looks like it would fit me. I'm like a 1X tops, but it's not. It's probably a medium or large because these arms are teeny, teeny, tiny. Can't find a size in it, which is gonna make it fun to figure out. But I do like that it is made of bamboo, which I thought was a nice selling feature, and just a really all over nice basic top. I found a lot of plus size things, as you saw with those jeans, as you saw with what I'm wearing. So I was happy to find a bunch of plus size stuff, but it is bread and butter stuff. So instead of picking up everything that I saw that was plus size, I tend to stick to more silhouettes that I know move for me and sizes. So this is a 22-24. So I thought that that was worth the pickup. It is just Kato, which is not, you know, like not a brand that people may be running to looking for. But when it comes to silhouettes and that brand, there is a following for it. This is a really cute boho top. I do really, really well with boho stuff, especially anything that's like nice long texture. I said it's a top, but it might be a, I might put it as a tunic or a mini dress, because even as a 22, it's hitting right above my knee. But I know that these longer styles, us plus size gals really appreciate. Ralph Lauren's been moving quite well for me. So I went ahead and picked up this little cutie. It's giving me all sorts of 2000s vibes. It is 100% cotton, which I love. I am trying to be a little bit more particular with some of the, if I'm seeing like all natural materials, picking them up. I know a lot of viral videos happening with people explaining more to different generations about what's quality material. So I know a lot of people are starting to look at that different than they did before. And it's just a brown, which we know brown is working, sleeveless knit top. And I just love this little ruffle detail right there. Like I said, it's giving me very mid-2000s vibes and would look so cute with a cardigan or a blazer over it, since it's got a little extra. Another plus size piece, another boho piece, and this one I got as a test. I have a couple of Lane Bryant pieces that I have picked up and they have not moved for me, but I really like this silhouette and color, so if this doesn't move for me, I'm never picking up Lane Bryant again. But this is Lane Bryant, like I said, in a size 26. Beautiful, beautiful, like it seems like it's a little bit brighter on camera. We'll see when we edit, but it's what I would consider like a jewel tone blue, like a sapphire blue. Button front, all sorts of lace detail. And it also has those cute little Swiss dots. I love that for a very romantic vibe. A ruffle, almost peplumy kind of detail at the bottom. And this is definitely more tunic length. Really, really cute. If I see something vintage in the bins, I have to get it, and I love this print. This is KSL, which is a division of Karen Stevens, and it is a 16W, so another plus size piece. I'm imagining that this probably came with a skirt, but I couldn't for the life of me find the skirt. But I love that purple and pink paisley print. Just a little cute, barely there, puffy shoulder, and the back is entire button back. Speaking of natural materials, this is 100% linen top. It is just Chico's. It is a Chico size 1, which is a size small, but this is definitely an oversized top. You could certainly wear it as a medium. You may even be able to wear it as a large, depending on how oversized you want it to look. And with spring around the corner, we're at that time where it's really good to be picking up both spring and winter. Brent picked this up for me because I did sell an Asheville Tourists jersey before. This is by Promotional Adventure. And like I said, it's baseball team, Asheville Tourists, 54. You know, I know nothing about the sports, so this will require a little bit of research on my behalf. This is City Spirit, and it is an acrylic, but also mixed with fine merino wool, and it is from Hong Kong, so I do know definitively that it is vintage, and I absolutely adore this. Open front, ruffle, little ruffle on the sleeve, and a very delicate, beautiful pointelle knit. Kind of on the same vein, but the more modern version of this. This is Moral Fiber. It does have the tag still on it in a size medium. I'm guessing this is a junior brand based on the silhouette. And it is a long duster. Again, like I said, boho stuff always does well for me. So I thought this would be worth the pickup in a very delicate. We're almost to the end here. This I picked up based on silhouette and size. Love this mustard color. This is just Terra and Sky. So I won't get a ton of money for this, but if I can find something at an affordable price for somebody plus size to buy used, I am doing it. And this is in a 4X, 28 to 30. Really, really pretty. I think I saw in a picture that it originally came with a belt, and I don't have the belt, but it would be so much prettier to put your own belt on it, or even no belt at all, because this silhouette is just lovely, like lagging look, oversized style. This would also be so versatile if you wanted to wear it open with like a pair of jeans, like a duster. And I just love that color. This I got because I'm experimenting more with jammies and pajamas and stuff. This is Allegra Wear, which I think is that same brand of shoes, but I thought it was cute, kind of cottagecore vibe. You got the little blue scalloped detail at the sleeve and at the collar and at the pocket. This I originally picked up for me. I know it is maternity, but I don't care. I will wear a maternity dress all day long if it fits. But being that it's a medium, the bust was just a little bit too small, so I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I don't know if it'll do well. I've only sold like 1 or 2 maternity pieces before, but it is Gap maternity, and it is in a medium. And a fun springtime dress. Cute little elastic detail at the cuff. And it does button all the way down, and a little ruffle at the bottom. Really pretty springtime floral print. And last up is I really couldn't decide whether I was going to get this one or not, as I have one other men's trench coat that I am still trying to sell, and it is a London Fog. Everybody keeps saying trenches are trending, but we'll just see because I haven't sold mine yet. Maybe I'm a little too greedy with the price. We'll see. But this one, I'm glad I picked it up because it is a good brand. I don't know how to pronounce the brand. It is a very wearable 42R. This one's made in Yugoslavia. It looks like there's several that are made in Spain and different places. And this one has the wool liner, which definitely ups the value. The fact that not only it has a wool liner, but it's there and not missing and buttoned in. And it is in like fabulous like new condition. Great pockets. Great buttons. I just paused for a second because I was like, it has no belt, but it has no belt. It's a beltless jacket. And I also like the little attention to detail here. With the little bit of leather piping on the collar. Great condition. I'm excited to see how that does. So let me pop up right here the deets as a reminder. So I'm going to include here what the total amount is I spent just on these items from the bins, as well as how many items I got. So that'll give us the average cost of goods per item, which was fantastic. And then we're going to go ahead and give you what my gross projections are coming in at based on current comps. And remember, in addition to sourcing at the bins at least once a week, another one of my goals is to price it to sell. So the prices that I have here are based on current eBay comps of what just sold in the last couple of weeks to month on eBay, and that is what I'm listing it as. I'm not adding anything onto it to take off. I'm listing at that and hoping that it goes for that price. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed this haul, and let me know how you're feeling about the new filming, because I really do want to take you guys' opinion into consideration. I'm just kind of playing around with some things, so if you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in, and I'll be back at you next Wednesday. Be back at you next Wednesday with some more reselling content. Take care, everybody. Bye.